To start the class, let us all rise for the prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we have forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmates. Good afternoon.
Okay, so before you take your seats, let's have a dance exercise. Okay, so everybody must execute ang lahat. Okay, buti naman. So, this time, you may now take your seats. Are you all present today? Oh, again, Joshua is absent. Does he have an excuse letter? Mm-hmm. As I always tell you that you need to send an excuse letter if you will be absent. So I'm reminding everyone that if you will be absent, then send an excuse letter. Is that understood? Okay, very good. Okay, so let me remind you of our house rules. Number one, stay on your seat unless told to transfer. Number two, listen carefully. Number three, raise your hand if you want to answer or ask something. Number four, ask permission if you want to go out. And number five, respect and listen to each other's opinion. Okay, so this time, you may now get your assignment and let us check. Exchange your paper with your seatmates. Okay, so I am reminding that there will be 1 point each correct answer. So if we do have two answers in each column, then we have 2 points there. Okay, are you done checking? So you may return the paper to the owner and then pass it forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let me see your scores. Okay, so very good. Lifeya is perfect. Give hands to Lifeya. And also Kevin. Okay, from your assignment, you have there identified the variables, the coefficients, the constants, and kind of polynomials. So let us stress on literal coefficient and numerical coefficient. What is the difference between these two? Mm-hmm. Okay, I see someone raising his hand. Raymond. Very good. So, numerical coefficient is the number part of a term, and the literal coefficient is the letter part of a term. But mind you that that includes its exponent. For example, we have 2x squared. So 2 is the numerical coefficient, and x squared is the literal coefficient. Okay, so this time I have to group you into 5. And let's play submit. So I have here strips of paper. There are words written in it. Okay, so what's the rule of the game? So number one, you have to assign letters in the alphabet with numbers from 1 to 26 respectively. So that, for example, letter A is number 1, letter B is number 2, and so on. Number 2, in the strips of paper that you will receive, you will substitute or replace the letters with its corresponding numbers and add them all. And number 3, after the task is done, then post your strips on the board. At the end of the game, the group who will first post their work on the board and do it correctly win the game. Okay, so let me give you an example here. Okay, for example, the word humble. So if you can see the word humble on your strip, then you are going to inspect each of the letters. What is the numbers corresponding to each letter? So H is 8, U is 21, M is 13, B is 2, and L is 12, E is 5. Okay, and then after that, you are going to add all of these equivalents, and that is equal to 61. So be sure to add it correctly. So, understood? Okay, right. So, you need to, okay, so you have your strips of paper now. Okay, so you will be given 5 minutes to do it. Your timer starts now. Oh, very good. So it's still 3 minutes, but the two groups already posted their work on the board. For the other group, let me remind you, you only have 2 minutes to work your task. Okay, time's up. So, finish or unfinished, you may now post your work on the board. Okay, so let us check your work. So, these are the correct answers. Let me check. Okay, so the first group who posted on the board is group 3, followed by group 5. Okay, so group 3, your answer is correct for favor. Okay, the total is 62. Next to that, group 5 is respect, and the total is 86. So that's correct. So let's see the next one. Admire. So you'll have the total of 50. Okay, that's right. Then lucky, 72. That's right. Polite, total is 77. Okay, so everybody got the correct answer, but of course, you will differ from your time. The first posted on the board got 25. The next is 23. The next is 20, 18, and 15. Okay, so everybody passed this activity. Give hands to yourself. Okay, so congratulations to all of you. Okay, so I have here some examples. Now, I want you to observe these given examples. So, kindly read this one. Rian? Okay, that's right. Y plus 5. Okay, so in the next one, we have here, let y equals 3. So, what is the value of y? Mark. Yes, that's 3. So, it's written here, y equals 3. For our solution, can you please read again, Jessa? Okay, so y plus 5. Now, look at here. Okay, 3 plus 5 equals 8. What can you say about this equation and everything, the solution? Mm, yes, Lifia. Okay, so that's right. Y is replaced by 3. So if you can remember in your activity, so you did replace the letters with numbers, right? And then after that, you add them all. Okay, so what does it mean by this? Mm, mhm. Okay, so that means that we are evaluating an algebraic expression. So our topic for today is all about evaluating algebraic expression. So what are our objective? Number one is to evaluate algebraic expression for the given values of the variables. And number two, appreciate the importance of evaluating algebraic expression in daily life. So we don't have just solve the mathematical equation, but we also have to use this in daily life. Okay, so let's have another example. So I have here b plus 6. So let b equals 8. Maybe you are confused with b equals 8. Like, where did mom get the value of 8? So I have to stress out that we have to just assign. We can change this to 7 or 5 as we want to do. But if it's already given that b is equal to 8, do not change it. Okay, so for our solution, again, b plus 6. Okay, that's equal to 8 plus 6. So where do we get 8? Mm, Martin? Okay, that's right. B equals 8. So that's why we replace 8 in place of B. And then add them all. 8 plus 6 equals 14. Okay, so we have some steps in evaluating algebraic expression for us to be guided. So we are going to remember these steps. Kindly read the first one, May. Okay, so thank you. That's identify the given expression. So you are going to look at what is the expression given and then inspect the variable. So for number two, assign values of the variable. So as I said, you are going to inspect what is the variable. And then for number two, assign values of the variable. Okay, and number three. So for number three, kindly read chiquito. Okay, so the same as what we did in our activity that we replace, or the other term is substitute. So substitute the value of the variable. And then the last one, mm, Charmaine, perform. Okay, perform the operation. So if the operation you see is minus, then you are going to minus. And if it's addition, then you are going to add also. Okay, so let's have another example. And in this example, we identify the steps now. Step one, b plus 6. So that is only the given algebraic expression. And then for step two, assign the value of the variable. So if it is already given or it is given by your teacher, so just copy what is the assigned value. Number three, so that will be the important part, the solution. So yeah, here the substitution happens. So b plus 6 equals 8 plus 6. Okay, so 8 from the value of b. Then for step 4, we're going to add them all. That's 14. Okay, all right. This time, let's have an activity, which I must have called I solve because this is an individual activity. Okay, so I have given you the band papers and then the pens, and then I have to show a problem or an expression, and then you're going to evaluate it. So be careful in evaluating so that you can get the correct answer. You are only given 10 seconds to solve the problem. Okay, that's right. Thumbs up. Raise your answers. Okay, I see most of you got the correct answer. Okay, good job. Now, let's go to number two. Okay, so what's your answer? Okay, so we substitute 10 to h. So 10 minus 3 is 7 plus 2 is 9. Okay, so I see some who got the mistakes now. So just have to substitute it and then follow the operations. Okay, number 3. Okay. I see some of you got mistakes. Mostly got mistakes. So, be careful that with this 2y. Okay? So for algebraic expression, when a number and a variable is beside each other, that means you have to multiply it. So that means 2 times 5 equals 10. So if this is 10, and then perform the operation minus 4, then our answer here is 6. Okay, now let's do the number 4. Mm-hmm. Okay, now you see there, it's almost the same with number 3. Now you already have an idea now. Okay, paper set. Yeah. Oh, so now you get how to solve that 6k. K is 3, then we do have 18 plus 1. Okay, is 19. Right. And now, okay, papers up. Okay, very good. Now, some of you got confused here. Maybe because the variable is written in the last. Okay, so it doesn't matter if where the variable is being positioned. What are we going to do is just substitute the value. So that's 7 plus 3 is 10 minus g, and g is 4. So 10 minus 4 is 6. Okay, the correct answer is 6. And almost half of you got the correct answer. Anyway, great job. So may I have all the papers that have correct answers? Pass it forward. At the count of 5, it must have to be in the first row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Okay, good job to everyone. And then I guess that you have already understood about the concept. Now I have to show you here. Okay, this is a word problem where we can use evaluating algebraic expression. Something that why are we studying the evaluation of algebraic expression? So it's here. So we have here um the problem. Okay, can Lee read this one, Kevin? Okay. So thank you. So what are we going to do is to identify the given. So like in the first step, um, what is the given expression? Okay. So in the first sentence, we do have the R stick bread and then taken away. So when we um have the word take away, that means subtract. Okay. Taking 3 and then yeah. In the next sentence, you are given the value of R. So you're going to substitute and then perform the operation. So therefore, 2 is a given. 2 is the answer. Okay, so your timer starts now. Okay, so I guess many of you can solve this within less than 10 minutes, I guess. Mhm. You have to be careful. Mhm. Okay, so I see here that group 1 is moving on to Japan already. Okay, see that within only Less than 1 minute, you have solved the first one. Mhm. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Um, yeah, if you solve the first one, then you can solve also the other problem. Okay, let me see your work group 4. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, yes, group 1. What is that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, paper. Why are you not cooperating? Mm-hmm. It's not time for recess. There's a time for recess. Okay, so group group 3 has a good strategy here, although there's only one problem they're solving, but everybody is solving and they're comparing their answer if it's correct or not. That's a good job, group 3. Okay. Yes, of course, I can give you a perfect score in the cooperation. I can see everyone is cooperating. I can see everyone is interested, right? So what you give is what you get. That's how we do it. But for those groups who want to cooperate very, very carefully, mm, you know already what happened. Okay, so everyone's doing a great job. Good job. Good job to everyone. Give hands to yourself. All of you got the correct answer, but you differ on cooperation and promptness. So, group 1 got 18, 2 got 18, 3 got only 17, and group 4 got 16, and group 5 got 18. Okay, good job to everyone. Okay, so after your activity, what are the processes that you applied to solve the problem? Yes, Winnie? Okay, so yes, that's right. You're going to apply the steps in evaluating algebraic expression. Okay, so again, what are the steps in evaluating algebraic expression, Richard? Mm, okay, that's right. So you just have to follow it. Okay. What about the word problem that you solve? Okay, you have any idea, Mary Jane? Okay, so okay, that's right. So we use or we apply the processes in evaluating algebraic expression to solve our word problem. So these are not just numbers, they are not just letters, but we can solve a lot of problems using algebraic expression. Okay, now I see that you're getting the concept and your activities. So now get one for sheet of paper for you to answer the evaluation. Just write the letter of your correct answer. You will be given 5 minutes to do it. Okay, since you are already done, let's check your paper. Exchange your paper with your seatmates. Okay, so the answer for number one is A. You got correct. Okay, very good. Now, number two is letter B. Yes, that's right. Number three is letter D. Okay, you need to have the negative two. So, yeah, because that's 12 and that's plus. So you need to have the negative two to subtract it to get 10. Mm-hmm. Okay, you get a mistake here. Anyway, number four is letter B. Yes, that's right. Number five is letter B. Okay. So, are you done checking? Then return the paper to the owner and pass it forward. No. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Are all papers on the first row now? Okay. Well, if you don't have any questions, then please do copy your homework. Okay, it's for you to practice at home. Are you done copying? Okay, good. So let's call it a day. Goodbye, class. See you tomorrow.